Hey guys, what's up? Bonus returns with another Dark of the Moon toy review, and this time it is a Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. I had no intentions of picking this up, but I had money and decided to give him a chance. And he's definitely a lot better than I had originally anticipated him to be, but there's still a few nicks and knacks that are meh with me, and one of them would probably have to be the gun. Now I like this. This mode works for Bumblebee. That doesn't. That is not. That's just not right. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. It just doesn't work. And it just plugs right on top of him. Which, if you ask me, that's kind of lame. But anyways, these things kind of annoy me a little bit. But you know, other than those, he's actually okay. So I'm gonna pull this off so I can transform him, which won't take long actually. Hold on a minute. Wow, the color effect actually changes when I put my hands in front of the camera. So anyways, this one does transform a little bit differently from the Hunt for the Decepticons Bumblebee. So I'm gonna do that. So you can open the doors as usual. You're gonna pop the top up like that. Come underneath and fold these wheels back. Pull his arms up and pull his shoulders out right there. Be careful, they're on ball joints and they will pop off if you apply too much force. Rotate his arms and flip out his hands. Come down here, separate his legs. This piece folds up and onto his leg like that, and then his leg just fold out like that. Which, if you ask me, the mechanism probably would have came in handy for that, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so we got him almost completely in robot mode. The rest is, again, minor kinks. But what you're going to do is you're going to fold his chest down, at the same time pull these car flaps up. And then you flip this piece out like that. And then this whole thing will come down and it'll plug together. If you can get it to. There we go. Adjust these to your liking. I like them to where they look like pectorals. And then the back, you pretty much just fold it up either way you find comfortable. I pretty much just, yeah, I don't really have a set system on how I do it. I just do it. Gets it out of the way. And if you wanted to, you could flip the windows up. I plan to flip the windows up because that's the movie Bumblebee mold. And that's movie Bumblebee's design. He's supposed to have the windows on the doors. A lot of people find those doors as wings very annoying, and to them I say nay. I think they are awesome. Now, in robot mode, the gun actually works. You can plug it into his hand, and you'll see why in a minute. You can plug this into his hand, and say he's shooting Decepticons. He's hitting them with this little pea shooter, and the next thing you know, the thing runs out of ammo. Cons coming right at him, right when you think he's completely defenseless. BAM! Plasma cannon right to the face. And here's the other really great thing. I don't plug it onto his arm. what I do is I actually put it in his hand. Now, here's another problem I have with it aside from his legs, and I'll get to why I don't like his legs in a moment. His fingers are fixed. They like can't open. I'm scared that if I put too much force on it, I'm going to break it. And broken toys makes me unhappy. My camera's being weird. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's right. Now, the legs. Here's the main problem I have with the legs. Now you can see I got them at the good position, but it's like you since there's no mechanism, they can bend back like that, and there's no way to bend his feet forward, so you can't fix it if it goes like that. And it's just the fact that they took the mechanism out for this just completely ruined how his legs were. Now I know that they had to make sacrifices in order to put this guy out, because a lot of the money went towards this thing. A lot of us people who have opinions about the weapons, we have our opinions, but if you actually stop to think about it, Hasbro's making this stuff for kids. Like kids that are 6 or 8 years old who want the toys to play with and all that, and so they're not really gonna care if there's a giant gun on the figure. They're gonna consider that as a happy bonus. Us older people, not calling myself old, just I'm a little older than them. We have our own opinion about the gun. Okay, so now that I've wasted enough of your time, I'm going to give you a fair comparison with the Hunt for the Decepticons Battle Blades Bumblebee, and you can see just how much bigger he is than he is. And the one thing that I discovered on Sideswipe when I had the Dark of the Moon version was you could put the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe's gun in Sidearm Sideswipe's hand. These Bumblebees can't do that. I mean, they have the same hands. That is correct. They have the same hands. But his are so loose and floppy that even if you close them up to a point where all you'd have to do is just stick the gun in and it'll be at a position where he can hold it. No matter how hard you squeeze, he can't hold it. And this Bumblebee, so they specifically did it with this one where it's meant to go with the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. So if I had to pick between the two, if I only had to have one, I would go with the Hunt for the Decepticons Battle Blades Bumblebee. But if you're aiming to go after if you really don't care about which Bumblebee you get, then go ahead and pick it up. It's actually a very, very decent figure. A lot of people drop the ball on it, and I think I'm going to defend it and say it's not the greatest Bumblebee we've ever gotten, but the one thing that this got that this didn't was elbow movement. This one does have elbow movement, but not the elbow movement we wanted. So, enough of that. Just if you want it, get it. If you don't want it, don't get it. But if you're really aiming, and I know that the Cyberfire Bumblebee is out, where I was, he wasn't available, so I just picked him up. I might end up having a review of Cyberfire Bumblebee up sometime in the future. But, just money's short. And I can't really be going all around all willy-nilly picking up figures. because I don't have a job. So that's it. That is the end of my review, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is my second one, starting off the school reviews, like my after school stuff, what I do after school. I'm boring you again. So yeah, that's it. Binocular Combiner signing out from the video review of Dark of the Moon Bumblebee.